What's up, guys? How you doing? Hey, I know it's been a long time since we've seen a video, but I have been sick / busy / you name it, everything has gone on. Apologize that I have not made it a movie in, I don't know, it's been like a month, I think. Yeah, I can't figure out what, today's date. Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a long time. So, I figured that I'd get back in the saddle and start going. I've been sick for a while, and then right after I got sick, then hit one of the busiest months that I have is this month right now. March has been just, I tell you, just not to divulge too much of my personal stuff, but it's been me and my wife's anniversary. It has been my wife's birthday. It has been my daughter's birthday. And then we've had there was another birthday or something that's going on. I don't know. We've had tons of stuff going on. And my daughter's down here with me, so I thought she said something. Anyway, we have had tons of stuff going on, and I'm not kidding you. It's been so busy. I've had a hard time even replying to comments, so I apologize those of you that have sent me like code for things and whatnot. There's no way I'm getting to it. So I'm sorry about that. I really am. What I kind of figured that I may end up trying to do in the future is we may start doing maybe some question and answer videos. You post the questions, I'll answer them here on YouTube. I figured we may start doing that type of a format because now, those of you who don't know, we're starting to get closer and closer to about 4,000 subscribers, which to me is just absolutely mind-blowing. I cannot believe that I have that many of you. I was so thankful for one subscriber, for my very first subscriber, and you probably know who you are. I was so thankful for just one, and so now we have almost 4,000. I think we're like 36. I don't know. I'd have to click. We're like 3,600 or something like that. Last time I checked, I think it's a lot. So and we're getting just more every day. Even with me kind of like taking this break that I've had, there was still more pouring in. So I'm just thank you so much for all the support. It has been just fantastic. You all have been. I really want to thank you guys because seriously, there's been lots of YouTubers that I watch. I love YouTube. I think it's one of the greatest communities out there. And other guys that I've watched and stuff have to deal with all kinds of hate speech and people telling them to kill themselves and just, the most horrible things, you name it, people are saying to other YouTubers and whatnot. And, I just want to thank you guys because I have had none of that, actually. Now, I might jinx myself. Knock on some wood here. I might jinx myself. But, I have had, some people that may have gotten a little frustrated from time to time, but I really just haven't had just blatant trolling going on. That's what a lot of people call it, is just trolling. Just people that they're just out to be mean. That hasn't happened here. And I thank you guys. And I think it's just because in the electronics community, at least I would like to think that it's just, we kind of have our stuff together, right? Electronics people, we kind of stick together anyway, and all around, all the people that I've reached out to and the people who've reached out to me, you've all been just wonderful people, and I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for being you and for being good and being kind and for being helpful, because you guys have helped me just as much as I hope that I've helped you. So anyway, I just wanted to take that little brief second to thank you guys, since this is what it's all about. It's all about you. It's not about me. This is all about you guys, and this is the reason I make the videos is for you. So I want to thank you guys for your wonderful support in receiving the information and whatnot. And for those of you out there, I'm going to try to do this too. I'm going to try to take and make videos. I think this is what we're going to do. Let me know if you agree with me on this. But I think what we might start doing, the format of the videos, I think we're going to start doing maybe some 10 or 12 minute introductions and kind of quick walkthroughs. And like I said, I'll try to keep it about 10, 12 minutes for those. And it'll just show you a brief synopsis of what the project is, how it works. You'll see it working. I'll tell you about the code that's been posted and whatnot. But then I think what we'll do is in a separate video, we'll make a long, in-depth study of it where I go through the code line by line. I go through the the hardware, how it's physically put together and everything. I think that would probably be more beneficial, because I've heard people saying that sometimes they get, and I know this, so, you know, don't think you're hurting my feelings. You're not, but I get this a lot, and I do. I tend to be really long-winded. Well, it's because I want to make sure that I don't give you guys just a little tiny piece of something and then throw you on your own. My best analogy to that is, like, I'll take you into a house, I'll show you how to wire up a light switch, and then leave you to wire the house. You know, and say, you know, that's your example. Here's how to wire a light switch. You should now know how to wire a house. It doesn't work that way, right? It'd be like, hey, here's how to drive a nail into a board. Now build me a house. You know, it doesn't work that way. You can't take that little tiny piece of knowledge and expand it into what's needed for something larger. So that's usually why I tend to be fairly long-winded in my discussions, is because I want to make sure I discuss everything. Now, I understand that's kind of hard to, if you're just wanting to see, if you're just kind of perusing through, you want to watch my channel because maybe you find the content or the things that I come up with, crazy inventions, interesting just to watch, just to see what they look like. You're not necessarily going to build them, but you just want to see it and be like, oh, that's cool. I get that. I understand that. So you don't want to see some big, long, huge, drawn-out thing. You just kind of want to see what it is, what it does, and be like, oh, that's kind of cool. And also, in the thinking of doing that, it makes my videos more shareable, I think, is what it's going to do, because you can share this with a friend. You'd be like, hey, check out this cool thing, you know, and, you know, this channel, this guy, Mitch, does this stuff, you know, check this out. And it's just a quick, you know, 10-minute maybe video of something that is fairly interesting. And so I figured it's more shareable. And then what I'll do is, in the end, you'll have, those of you who've been with me for a long time, I haven't always had this, but most of my videos have the end slide that shows, you know, other videos you can click on and go watch or whatever. I think what I'll do is I may add a third section to that, or maybe it'll just be one of the second videos. It will be the in-depth video is what I'll do, and I'll upload, or at least I'll try to upload both to YouTube. Well, I will upload both to YouTube. That way it'll be there to where you can watch the brief synopsis, and then you can watch the kind of like extended version that shows you everything of how to actually build that project. So let me know what you think about that. I've been mulling that over, and I think that's going to be a good way to go with these, especially now that we're grabbing more and more of an audience. We're getting more people going. I think that'd probably be a better idea, you know, a better way to go with that. So anyway, with that, I'll show you something here in a second. I'll have to take the camera off to go show you because it's not in here, but I purchased another thing for the channel. Well, for me and for the channel, but, you know, mainly because it'll help in doing some really cool stuff for the channel. But I'll show you that here in a minute. I'm trying to think if I'm forgot anything. I don't think I have. I've been building on some stuff. Oh, the pressure sensor thing. I don't know if you saw me unbox that, but the pressure sensor, I've been working on that. We've been working on that pressure sensing, leveling sensing system that I was going to work on. Been working on that, doing some ideas on that as well. Been doing some work on some other things. We still got the Raspberry Pi B+, and I just have a question. I don't know, maybe you guys can give me the answer, but since this thing is like fully HDMI now, and I mean, it has that little port, but then the connections are weird, you know, and you got to buy a connector that's the right type because they switch the ground and the AV on those 4-pronged input connectors and stuff, and it's a pain. And what I like to do is I want to show you guys how to set one of these up literally just out of the box. Like, take it out of the box and plug it in, and you see what I see. You know, it's what I'm wanting to do with this, but it has been extremely difficult to find some sort of an HDMI recording device without having to buy an entire PCI card. You know what I want is I want to be able to take this, plug it HDMI into a box that then USB plugs into my computer, and then I can just capture the video with any video capturing software I want. That's what I want. I have not been able to find one. I've been looking everywhere, and I can't find one for the life of me. I can't find anything like that. So I don't know. I think I may just have to break down and buy one of those PCI HDMI cards. I think I'm going to have to, you know, because they do make a card, but it's, like I said, it's a PCI card, not, you know, I really don't want to have to install a PCI card in my computer, just have one more thing, take up more airspace in my case and everything else, you know, when I'm only going to use it, you know, once in a blue moon, really to do that. And really, I'm only going to use it once. I really am. I'm going to use it once to show you the initial config from this. And then, you know, I'm going to set this thing up for SSH, and we'll SSH to it. And then if I need to show you any visual stuff, I'll set up a VNC server and we'll VNC to it. So that way I can look at it. But, you know, for the initial setup and whatnot, I want you guys to see what I'm seeing. thing, and I want you guys to see literally how you set this thing up if you don't have, if you've just flashed the image, you don't have VNC server set up, you don't even have your IP address set up, you don't have anything on it. I want you guys to see how that's done, and you literally have to hook a monitor up to the thing. And like I said, I've got monitors laying around, and I mean, I could take the camera and just like put it over my shoulder, but that's always such a crummy quality, and I'm wanting to try to make higher quality videos and better quality stuff. That's why I bought the new camera. Thank you, by the way. You guys helped in purchasing this camera that I'm working on right now, and things like that. And I like to keep the high quality desktop video where I show you how to do stuff and whatnot. And so I really don't want to have to resort to putting a camera over my shoulder and looking at a monitor, but I mean, it may happen if I can't find one of these things. So if anybody knows, can get a feel for what I'm talking about, and of one, please put it in the comments, because I'd sure like to look at one. Of course, I mean, I haven't looked hard for it, but I've just looked around and I can't find. I find all kinds of USB HDMI like expanders that'll take. You can plug these little boxes in. It's actually kind of a cool idea. So if you want like 4 monitors, but you only have a graphics card that supports 2 monitors, you can plug these little USB to HDMI boxes in, and it'll basically give you 2 more HDMI monitors outputs, essentially. Well, I don't want an output, I want an input is what I want. So anyway, that's kind of what's stalling the Raspberry Pi B Plus videos, because I want to show you like an initial setup of the Raspberry Pi B Plus. And so I need some sort of video capture device, I think. Maybe I don't. Maybe you guys wouldn't care. Leave that in the comments. If you don't care, I'll just put the camera over my shoulder and hook it up to one of the random monitors I have laying around, and we'll do the initial config. Whatever. Leave it up to you. Whatever you guys want to do. Anyway, I also need to figure out, what are we going to do with this? I've kind of been thinking, I bought this because it was on sale, and I just grabbed it because it was cheap at the time. But it's basically, the thing that's kind of funny about this, it's an LED strip, it has LEDs, and it's programmable and whatnot. But the thing is, it's kind of cool. It's like hermetically sealed. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like under plastic. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. It's like under plastic of some sort. I mean, it's like, I thought it was just literally the ribbon and the circuit board, on it, but no, it's like literally encased inside of like solid plastic, and it stinks. It stinks really bad. Anyway, what are we gonna do with this? I mean, it's pretty long. I don't know. Can we make a belt? I don't know. Well, you guys can't see it. Make a chest belt. I don't know. We can make a belt out of it, I guess. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll make a cool belt. I don't know. I was thinking of, maybe you could put it on like your bicycle, or if you have a motorcycle, on your motorcycle somehow, and give some sort of underlight or something. Because like I said, it's like sealed. I mean, I really think it is. It's like literally like hermetically sealed. So, I mean, like no water is getting to this. So, it makes me wonder. It's like we could do some sort of outdoor application with that. Like I said, I just bought it because it was cool, and why not? So I just went ahead and I just purchased it. And that's what I do. I mean, my wife wants to kill me half the time. I mean, that's what I do. I'll see stuff and I'm like, ooh, shiny. Do you ever get that where it's like, ooh, shiny? Ooh, I think I'm being called. I am being called. Excuse me just a second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My wife's got the kids at the park. So anyway, so yeah. Speaking of the devil, that was my wife. That's hilarious. She just called. Anyway, but yeah. So I buy random stuff. I get the ooh shiny, and then I buy it, and I have no idea what I'm gonna use it for. But I got it. So anyway, we might do something like that. May scribe some more boards by hand. I don't know. We'll do some stuff. But now on to the main event, or a side main event, or just a really cool event. Let me grab the camera. I'm going to stop it here for a second. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to take you out to my garage, because that's what I have the latest thing. So give me just a second. Here in my filthy garage. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Here it comes. Do 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 da da da. Sorry for my self-made music, but here we go. I went ahead and purchased a 3D printer. This is the PrinterBot Metal Plus, if I remember right, is the name of it. What it is based off of their Simple Metal, which is a real nice little guy. It's about a 6" by 6" by 6" printable solution by PrinterBot. This guy is a 10 by 10 by 10. It's one of the biggest printers that's out there. And for under $1,000, this thing is fantastic. In fact, I've been printing some stuff. I had the spool. The spool was sitting on top here, but it would get hung up every now and then. So what I did was I printed these little, it's awesome. You can print parts for the printer. The printer basically can print parts for itself. It's great. But I printed, as you can see by the cool misperry logo, but I printed these little holders. I designed these in the modeling software that I got. And I ended up printing these out and just bought a dowel rod and put a dowel rod in here. Now the spool can sit on that dowel rod and slide back and forth if it needs to, you know, and yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So it's actually pretty darn cool. So anyway, I went ahead and purchased one of these. Just wanted to show it to you because this thing is awesome. Oh, and by the way, there's an awesome use for the Raspberry Pi that you can use with this thing so that you don't have to have it plugged into a computer. You can use a Raspberry Pi to control your prints and also to control the printer when you need to maybe calibrate it or move things around, or you know, take out filament, you know, switch colors. I got a black filament that's here. And I got this blue filament. And I'll be showing you guys some tips and tricks with this thing. I'll be showing you guys lots of 3D printing videos, so be prepared because it's gonna be awesome. I got lots of cool ideas. And plus, I'll show you how this guy works, as well as places to get filament. I found a great place that offers filament for a very, very reasonable price and all that stuff. And so I'll show you guys all this cool stuff and show you how these 3D printers work and whatnot. And this guy is an amazing little printer. I've had it for only just a little while, but this thing is great. I'm telling you, for the price, for the money that I paid for it, and as big as it is and everything, because I mean, there's others that are this big, but they're like $3,000. They're super expensive. And this guy is under $1,000. So anyway, let's go back into the cave. Okay guys, so see, you saw it. That was the 3D printer that I bought. So we now have a 3D printer. So expect some cool 3D videos coming up, and I'll also show you how to use modeling software and whatnot to model things. I showed you one way back when. I don't know if those of you that remember, maybe my old subscribers do, or my very first subscribers. I shouldn't call you guys old, but my very first subscribers would remember when I did the case for the USB to serial device. I showed you in AutoCAD Inventor how to design a 3D box. I can do that again, as well as I'll show you some of the free softwares that are out there, which are fantastic. They do a very good job too. Anyway, so that's what's coming up, guys. Hope you guys are having a good day. I tell you what, today is a wonderful day. I'm not staying inside very much. I'm going to get out in this. It's been wonderful here. I don't know where you live, but so far as here, it's been like 70 degrees, just a small breeze, sunshiny. It's been wonderful here. So I got to get back out in it. So guys, take care. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I got one of the new t-shirts out here. I don't know if you've seen that, but do a little plug here for it. Yeah. It says, "And the truth shall set you free." That's right, and it will, and it does. Trust me, binary, that's where it's at. Anyway, guys, if you want to support the channel or whatever, check out the t-shirts at Zazzle. It's in the link down below in the description, as well as if you want to, you can drop me. I'm going to get into the Bitcoining thing. I think I am actually, once I get some more funds going on. That printer set me back a little bit, but it's fine. The printer is awesome. I will use it more than Bitcoin mining any day, but I think I will. I'll get into the Bitcoin thing. So at the end of this video and at the end of some of my videos, if you've been seeing here lately, I've got a QR code for Bitcoin tipping. So if you would like to support the channel, drop me some Bitcoin or some pieces of Bitcoins. It's fine. You can do that there. There's the QR code there, as well as I think there's a link in the description, but if not, at the end of this video is the QR code. So do that. That really helps the channel. And really, if you don't want to straight away donate, give me a thumbs up. That helps the channel a lot. It helps it helps videos come up first in YouTube searches and other things. It goes into the whole mechanism of YouTube. So give thumbs up if you like what you see. And also leave comments. I love to hear from you guys, and I love to answer your guys' comments when I can. So I apologize. I'll try to get to you as much as I possibly can, but it's starting to become a lot. We're getting close to 4,000 of you, so the comments roll in, and there's lots of them. So I will try to get to everyone, but if I don't feel bad. Just submit it again, and I'll try to get to you. So thanks, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. Well, it looks like the kids are back, so I think that's my cue that I'm going to have to go. Take care, guys. Like, subscribe, share. Check me out on Twitter and Instructables, and we'll see you next time.